What's up, everybody? I'm Scott.
I'm Jason.
And you're listening to Liquid Kernedge. What's going on, man?
Man, every time I hear our intro, it makes me think, we're ready for a fun-filled, fun-packed episode of shenanigans and diving into topics that make the mind go.
Let's be real. To at least one of our fans out there, this is the best half hour of their week. So you are welcome.
At least one of them. Wow.
I'm not sure who, but one of them.
There might be two of them then, because there have been a couple people that approached me, said that they look forward to every Thursday morning getting that episode and cracking it in as they get ready for work.
Yeah, it's cool because the compliments I get, and there's more compliments than people talking trash, because they say it does take a lot of guts for us to do what we do. But most of them say it's like listening to the two of us in the bar like the old days. You know?
Yep.
It's like listening to us go back and forth and building that rapport, and like we never missed a beat. So even though we're 200 miles away from each other, we're still cutting up like we're next door to each other.
I love it.
Man! So I know you had a surprise vacation from Noreen this week. What happened there? Tell us about that.
So as most people knew, we were doing a surprise vacation, but the surprise was only for me.
Uh-huh.
So I picked a name or a city out of the hat. I had no idea what city I picked. Gave it to Noreen. Then Noreen planned the trip for us. So she got to plan events and things to do, and then I got to be surprised at the airport. So I had no idea up until she did a great job hiding the secret. I opened up the envelope at the airport on Thursday morning, like at 5:30, and we're going to Chicago.
Oh man!
And
I have not. It's on my list.
Oh, it is an amazing city. I had so much fun there. Noreen got us on the plane. We get there Thursday night. Our first itinerary was Second City.
Mm-hmm.
That's the comedy improv.
The Second City comedy show. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of all of us. I thought of all of us from the improvisation show that we did, and thought, this is what, if we wanted to aspire to become improvisationalists. It's like a 7-year process. You start off going to their school.
Yeah.
You learn comedy and improv for like 4 years. Then you get on one of their Second City touring companies, and they tour all over the country. Then you get into like the secondary Second City season. So you're actually at Second City, but you're not on the main stage. You're on a secondary stage.
Yeah.
You do that for a year. Then you get promoted to Second City first year. Then you get wherever you're going to get.
Wow. And some of the comedy greats came through Second City. Your Dan Aykroyd, your John Candy's, your John Belushis.
Steve Carell, Stephen Colbert.
Yeah, I mean,
Tina Fey, Amy Poehler. I mean,
these are comic legends.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And some people we look up to, and I know you and I have talked about doing some sketch comedy writing in the past, and these are all people that are very adept at that, do very well at that. So I am jealous you got to go see the Second City studio.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So that was the first night. Second day, we went to Wrigley Field for a tour. We didn't go to the game, but we went for a tour. And then Friday night, we did a Prohibition speakeasy pub crawl.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, it was amazing. I mean, first of all, it's all historical for about 3 hours, but then you're going to all these different speakeasies and getting hammered.
Oh, yeah.
We met in one of the speakeasies we actually went back to after the tour was over. We met a Canadian couple who in order to get in, we had to kind of get a table, but it was really packed. So we sat with them when we got in and spent the evening with them having fun. They invited us to Belize in February. So
very nice.
We might be going to Belize with these total strangers.
Oh, what could possibly go wrong going to Belize with total strangers?
Exactly.
They're Canadians, so at least they'll ask politely before they cut out your kidneys.
Oh, yeah. They were really nice. So a big shout out to Jamie and Kelsey. Nice young couple. Really fun. We had a great time.
Wow.
Saturday, we went on an architectural boat tour down the river, Chicago River. Basically, there's a river that goes all the way through the downtown area of Chicago. And so you're driving down this river, looking at all these beautifully architectural buildings from the 20s, 30s, all the way up to Trump Tower, which was done in 2009. And they're just right. You're on the river, just looking up at these monstrosities of buildings. It was amazing. Then Saturday night we did. Oh my gosh, it's spacing me right now. Oh, we went to a cabaret that Noreen found tickets to. We went to a cabaret and then a dueling piano bar called Howl at the Moon.
Oh, that's cool.
Spent all night there. It was fun, and there were 5 musicians there, Scott. They played. All of them played the piano. All of them sang. All of them played the drums. All of them played bass guitar. All of them played regular guitar. One girl played the violin or fiddle.
Wow.
And they just rotated. So these people would just rotate. Like if they had a specialty of songs that they knew, they would take over piano. The other person would come off and do drums. And it was like seriously legitimate. It was seriously legitimate dueling piano.
So it sounds like you guys had a great time.
Yeah. And then Sunday we just took the big bus tour of the city and just kind of hopped off. We went to the top of it's called the Willis Tower now, but what used to be called Sears Tower. Yeah. It got me thinking though, because we always knew we're always looking for top things to do. And one of the things that I found so interesting about the city is the history of the city. And there was so much when you looked at some of these old buildings and these old speakeasies, and you think, gosh, it would have been so cool to be back in those times in the 20s and 30s.
Oh, well, that's where
see that.
That's where Al Capone made his money, man. Chicago.
Oh yeah, the city of Chicago. I mean, but to see all those, it got me thinking. So much of everything out there is let's make America great again, and let's I wish we could go back the old days when I was a kid when things were better. Even though we talk about progress and always trying to move forward and make life better, we seem to have this pull toward the past. And why do you think that is? Like, and say, oh man, it would have been so cool living back in that time.
It's nostalgia, but let's be honest though, nothing's ever as cool once you finally do it like you think it's going to be. If you could go back and live in the past, I guarantee it would not be as cool as you think it is.
I don't know. There's some times I think would be pretty cool.
I don't know, man.
There are some times I think would be pretty cool.
Like I hear
the 1770s. I think would have been a really cool time for me. I would have really enjoyed
the 1770s.
Yeah, going back. Living amongst the founding fathers and, living the life that they lived during that time. I got to be honest. I think the 1950s, like the Greatest Generation's time when they were like living everyone had one house to pick a fence and 2.7 children and car in the garage. I think that would have been a cool time to live in too.
Wow. So it was a good trip.
So you're telling me that you would never try to make things like they used to be.
I go back to that Baz Luhrmann song, "Everyone's Free to Wear Sunscreen," and there's a few lines in it where he says, the past is never what it used to be, or something like that. But you can remember the past, but it's never going to be as good. Sure, back in the day, politicians didn't philander. And you could ride your bike on the streets all night, but you don't see the big picture because you're a lot younger. There's a different time. I wouldn't go back.
So why do people go to class reunions then?
I don't know, man. It's funny. They're planning my 20th right now, and
holy shit, you're old, dude.
I know.
Are you serious?
Take me out to the back of the studio. Just put a bullet in the back of my head. That's how old I'm getting.
I know. I know.
But I've been watching this on Facebook the past couple of weeks. And I'm to the point, it's like, we're all Facebook friends. Is it really necessary to push hard on a 20-year reunion? Because the previous few classes really haven't done much because everything's on social media now. It's not as hard to catch up with people now as it used to be. So I don't know, man. I'm even on the fence. I live in the same town I graduated in. I'm like, if I'm free that weekend, I'll go. But they picked the weekend we usually celebrate Dean's birthday and your birthday. So next July. So, yeah, if there's something better going on, fuck it, man. I'm going to go do that fun thing instead of my reunion. I don't care about that stuff.
Okay. All right.
But anyway, to finish up the topic on your trip, did Noreen tell you the other cities that were in the bag or?
No. Okay. So what we did was we actually had made up a list of a bunch of cities that we thought would be good weekend trips.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys collaborated on a.
Yeah, we came up with a list. Like we have a list of a bunch of different cities that we put on for weekend trips, like Portland, We did put Boise. I think we put Dallas on there. I mean, so we made up a bunch of different locations that we could go to, and then I just happened to pick Chicago as the city.
Okay.
But the hard part is that I was just fortunate that I picked Chicago for an August trip, because if I had picked Chicago for the February trip,
it'd be a whole
totally
different game.
experience.
Different experience.
Yeah, the Uber drivers are saying that it's like teens and 1 degree with like wind chill of 28 below.
Yeah, fuck that.
Now that doesn't sound like a nice vacation.
No, fuck that.
That doesn't sound like a nice vacation.
So, all right. So, I want our listeners to play along with this. Hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Where would you go on one of these vacations? Where is a place you would like to go see for a quick weekend getaway? What interests you? That's what I want to hear. And hit up our executive producer Tom at liquid_EP on Twitter and Instagram as well, and just give him the gift of a little town or a little vacation idea you might have, because Lord knows he needs to take a vacation. That doesn't include his fifth wheel or NASCAR. So
yeah, and this vacation was one of those that there was no sit by a pool, relax, and just
you were go
drink.
the entire time.
Yeah, like the entire time. In fact, all day yesterday I was kind of on an emotional, like, just drained because I got back to work and work was kind of like the boring and nothing was going. And
you had a vacation hangover.
Big time.
Oh yeah,
big time. Yeah. It was kind of hard actually to get back into work. I'll tell you that much.
I'll tell you what, man, that is so funny because that is the complete opposite of my weekend. While you're on this big adventure,
yes,
you realize that Comedy Central has started airing reruns of King of the Hill, the old cartoon from Fox from back in the day.
Okay.
So I literally spent all weekend playing the new Madden football game, building my dynasty with the Cardinals, and watching King of the Hill from season 1, episode 1 on. And I'll be honest, man, I forgot how good of a show that is.
Yeah, I didn't really watch it during its prime run. So I don't really know much about it. I guess he's just a redneck or something.
No, man, he's just a straight-laced, moral man, I guess is the best way to put it, in the heart of Texas, with his wife that he married, his high school sweetheart that he married. Their one son who's 12 years old. He lives next door on the same block as his best friends, and they're all crazy and zany. And it's all these mundane things that they seem to find random, wacky adventures in is the best way to describe it. And
wow.
It's mindless entertainment. I can watch 2 or 3 a night, and it's just fun. It's relaxing to me.
And you bought the new Madden.
I did buy the new Madden.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Finally, you've been kind of an avoidance of those kind of games. Usually JP takes care of that, but you took care of it this time, huh?
Yeah, for the first time in a long time, I purchased the game, and I bought Xbox Live, and I am, dude, I don't have any kind of communication skills. Like, I can't get my microphone to work, but
well, you need an IT guy. You need an IT guy to help you with that.
I know, and I did. I asked my IT guy, our intern, and he said, well, there should be a setting. It should just be a plug and go. So I checked everything, and I still can't get it to work. So I need someone to actually come over and fix my headset so I can talk trash to 12-year-olds while whipping their ass in Madden. I mean,
so as I want to put this out to our listeners, if you are an IT expert who knows how to make microphones work, and you are between the ages of 26 and 32, single and hot-bodied, Scott needs you to come over and show him how to plug in. Please share this with your friends, family.
Very nice plug.
No, oh man, that was good.
It's funny. I've only played one game like online against some random people, and the rest I've just been building my franchise and doing whatever else. It was a recharging weekend for me, so I just kind of kept to myself and did my own thing. JP and I floated in the pool for a little while. We watched some preseason football, but it was a quiet weekend while you're out having fun gallivanting across the country.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it was worth it. But this weekend is going to be the sit by the pool, relax, and not do much of anything, recharge the batteries, as it were.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you guys missed a hell of a monsoon on Sunday down in Phoenix, because that
Yeah, no, we got there, and there was puddles at the parking place where we parked our car.
Oh,
there
yeah.
was actual puddles in the lot.
Yeah.
So
Apparently,
we could tell that it was a big one now.
yeah. Apparently, Tom lost his shed in all of this on Thursday's monsoon. It was
Oh,
crazy.
Poor
Yeah,
Tom.
yeah. Well, apparently
Oh.
there was nothing in it, so he wasn't. Clearly, he wasn't using it.
Yes. Yeah. No, I. Hey, but still, a loss is a loss.
A loss is a loss, man. And I'll be
A loss
honest,
is a loss.
I feel bad, or that I'm ready for monsoon season to leave. I love monsoon season. I love the storms coming in. I love it when it rains, but we've not gotten a lot of rain up here. But we've got a lot of the buildup and a lot of the humidity and that sticky heat that comes with it, where it's 95 degrees and it's just not cooling off because there's no rain. It's just that moisture in the air. You know that feeling? My body does not react well to that. So it's been not a fun year for monsoon. So I'm okay when they're ready to leave.
Okay, well, it's getting pretty close. I mean, I can't believe we're halfway through August already. I mean, this year is going by so fast.
Yeah, man, it feels
doesn't it just make you reminisce about earlier times?
Yeah, I wish I could go back to January when that was a fucking month that took forever, and then the rest of the year just has seemed to have flown by. I mean, we are literally getting close to Halloween. I'll be taking my vacation in October, going back to New Orleans with our friends Chris and Vicky, and then
what is your plans for that? Do you have any excursions planned, or just a drink fest?
No, the funny thing is we've all been there enough times now to where we'll have a couple nights out where you're getting a little crazy, but we don't need to be out every night. And we've all kind of realized that, where there's other things we want to go see and do. Like last year, we did the ghost hunt. We went to a couple breweries down there, just checking it out. We went across Lake Pontchartrain on the 30-mile bridge. This year, I think we're looking at going to the Tabasco factory.
Oh, the one that's on that island?
Yeah, it's about 3 hours away.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're looking. Nice. Vicky wants to go there, so we're looking at that. The Saints aren't in town this year, so last year we went to the Saints and Bears. So I don't know we don't really have a lot planned yet. We haven't really had a chance to sit down and talk about it. Maybe go see some of the plantations. Maybe a swap ride. Yeah. I want to do. We have that ghost equipment we bought, so Vicky wants to go do some ghost hunting if we can find some place.
Oh, see, now I thought, didn't we already talk about this? You don't want to bring a ghost back on the plane. It's extra baggage. You don't want to do it.
Well, I can just check them. It's fine. It's Southwest. I can check 2 bags. I'm only bringing 1. I got plenty of time.
Well, we were somewhere recently where we were in Bisbee, and they were saying that there was a ghost that haunted this place that we stayed in, this Airbnb that we stayed in.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to God, dude, I was telling that ghost, we do not want you coming. I was yelling at that ghost to stay away from us.
You know, the funny thing is,
they were like making fun of me. They were like, why are you doing that? I go, no, you got to tell these ghosts, because we did a podcast on this. You got to tell the ghosts you're not wanted.
Only if they mess with you. If you keep telling them that you can't come with me, they're haunting the house, not you. If they've been haunting that Airbnb for years, they're not going to think that your life in Scottsdale is so much better. They're going to go haunt you. They got a good thing going in Bisbee.
Why take a chance? That's
true.
Dude?
That is true.
I'm telling you. See, you mock me, but he didn't come. He didn't come with me. I tell you that much.
I'll tell you what. If you want some good ghost stuff, come up to Kingman. We'll run up to Vegas. We'll go back to the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum. It is such a cool adventure. You would love that. All the history, all the cool things. It would be a great trip. I'm telling you.
Okay. Oh, dude, I forgot to tell you what I did on my actual birthday, because we haven't recorded since my actual birthday.
Uh-huh.
So we recorded on a Monday.
Yeah.
Which was the 6th. On the 7th, I didn't do very much all day. I just kind of I'm not going to make a big deal. I got my free coffee. Big whoop. Noreen comes home, says, hey, we have a reservation at 6:30, so we need to leave probably around 6. Okay. So I go, and I'm thinking, we're going to have a nice dinner somewhere. Maybe we're going to go get a glass of wine or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So she pulls in, and she takes the exit, and all that's there is the Hooters.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
did she take you there for the wings?
No, yeah. So I'm thinking, she's taking me there for wings, and she's kind of letting me, see some of the eye candy. I love that, and what a nice person. But then we pass the Hooters. We don't go to the Hooters. Then we go behind the mall, this little shopping mall, and I'm like, where the fuck are we going?
Mm-hmm.
She took me to iFly to go skydiving, dude.
Dude, I saw the pictures of that. That's right. That's great.
Yes. Done that before?
No. Ralph wanted to for his birthday, but
There's a weight limit.
there's a weight limit, and it's super expensive.
You can't be more than 2. Now, why do you guys got to go piss on something like that, dude? So what? It's your birthday, man. Do something.
Well,
go crazy.
It wasn't my birthday, so I didn't feel like spending the coin for it. Plus, I'm over the weight limit.
Oh, you're more than 260?
I'm right at the weight limit. I'm right at the weight limit.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Ralph may be a little bit too much, but you would definitely be around the cusp.
Yeah.
And you paid for. She paid for me to fly basically 3 flights. They call them.
Mm-hmm.
Each 2 flights were a minute and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 flight was a virtual flight. And what they do is they put like the VR goggles on you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a visual of you can either go to Hawaii or over the coast of California. And you basically go into the machine with the virtual reality machine on. And it looks like you're flying over wherever you picked. So I picked Hawaii. And you look down, you see the water, and there's the island. And then there's some people around you that you can kind of fly with and stuff.
Wow.
It was totally fun. And
That's a trip.
For me, since I'm not the type of person that likes jumping out of a perfectly good airplane.
I'm right there with you.
And I wouldn't do that. This is a good time for you to do that if you decide, I want to jump, I want to fly, I want to do this.
That's a great idea. It is a good idea.
So Noreen did a great job for my birthday, and then we went out for wine afterwards. But it was good. It was fun.
See, she's setting the bar so high for her birthday in December, man. You better come up with something great.
Well, the last birthday was the pack up and go weekend.
Yeah.
So I set the bar pretty high, and then in return, I got even a better trip this time. So now I've got to plan a good trip. Oh man, I mean, it is pressure now.
Right?
It is pressure.
Oh,
yeah,
man. Well, but you got time to plan, and it's a fun thing to plan and do.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's why. But Scotty, you got to plan something different out of your comfort zone, man. Like you need to go somewhere else besides New Orleans every year.
Hey, man, I'm just tagging along on that one. That's an easy trip to take for me just to get away for a couple of days. I don't blame you. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're right. I do need to take a different vacation. I get caught up in everything else I'm doing around here. It's hard for me to get away. I overcommit myself is the problem, and I know that.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, because I spend a lot of time on Apple Vacations or Expedia, like looking like I could do that or I could do that, and I don't mind going places on my own. I really don't. I do that. I went to Vegas on my own a few weeks back. I went to Bullhead all day on Saturday shopping before I sat in front of the TV watching King of the Hill. I don't know, like vacations though. It's weird for me. It's like I know it's not that big of a deal, but I don't know.
Yeah, but going to Chicago by yourself probably wouldn't have been that fun.
Yeah, and that's it. It's like all those adventures are cool, but when you're going by yourself, it's like, oh well, all right, well that's fun. I'll just go to this next place and hang out. I don't know. I don't want to be I don't know. It's like a Debbie Downer, but it's like I'm just not. I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, exactly. No, we do need to plan that group vacation though. We talked about it. We keep talking about it. We never do it.
Mm-hmm.
Get one of those like group places. I still think back, 5-6 years ago, we went on the cruise.
Yeah, 6 years ago we went on the cruise, and that was great.
That was so much fun.
I would love to do it on the cruise.
Yeah, it was just the 4 of us, but it was a good time. It was a good time.
And we had a blast. We never really got sick of each other too because we could go get our own space.
Was that the trip where you guys got sunburned? No, that was you guys did the shots and almost beat the big Mexican guy.
That was the Tequila Bandito trip.
Yeah, Tequila Bandito. That's right.
Yeah, I think it was one of our trips to Temecula that we got sunburnt real bad.
Yeah, there was a couple times we've been on a few trips, but that's the picture of our trip to the first time we ever went to Magic Mountain.
Oh yeah,
and got the flash passes.
Oh yeah, that was great.
We never ever relived that. We tried, but we never got to relive that magic.
Yeah, we went 2 years in a row, and then I guess life just happened after that. And
yeah. Oh, and okay. I've got one Chicago story that we'll finish this podcast on. It was hilarious because it just reminded me of the flash pass. So we get to Willis Tower to go up to the top of the tallest building in Chicago and look out over the city. I'm afraid of heights. I don't like it, but on the observation deck of that building, they have now built something that's called the Ledge, which is like a Grand Canyon West type of extension outside the building that is glass.
Fuck that.
And the line to get onto that was long, and I'll get into that. But when we first get there, we've already bought our tickets because we pre-bought tickets. They said it was going to be a 2.5-hour wait to get up to the observation deck. Noreen starts asking around like, oh, geez, 2.5 hours seems like a long time to wait just to go up to the observation deck. She asked someone, she says, well, you guys can buy like a fast pass that will take you past all these lines. So we said, okay, how much is that? She goes, well, it's going to be an extra $25 per person.
Well,
okay, that sounds good. So we now there's a line just to buy tickets of probably 300 people. Yeah. We go all the way to the front of these people to get the fast pass. Then now that we have the fast pass, we walk right in. We walk past 1,500, 2,000 people in line to wait to get to the elevator. We walk all the way past them. We felt like the flash pass. Remember how we gave the flash pass to people? Hey, we're going to ride again. We've been waiting 2.5 hours. Well, you're going to wait another 3 minutes. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We walked all these people, and toward the end, we walked by so many people and cut in front of them that we actually felt a little guilty.
Hey, man, they had the same right to pay to go to that flash pass, and they didn't do it.
Exactly. They didn't do it. We did. We were talking to this couple there right behind us who also did the same thing. He goes, yeah, I felt kind of guilty, but I said, fuck them. And I went, oh, no, I like your attitude, buddy. I love it. We went right up to the top. We got to see everything. And what would have taken the normal person 2.5 hours just to get up there, we were out and done in 25 minutes.
Wow.
Best $25 per person we've ever spent.
So literally, it was like $1 a minute for the flash pass to get up there.
Yeah,
and then
frankly,
you look around. You look around the observation desk, like, all right, cool, that's Chicago from the very top, and then that's it.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, I guess if you were really excited about walking on this ledge thing,
fuck that.
There was a long line for that, and so maybe people were willing to spend 2.5 hours in line. But I couldn't imagine spending 2.5 hours in line to go up to that observation.
I don't know, man, because I hear what they're doing at Grand Canyon West right now. They have that observation deck out there. They've added zip lines across the canyon.
What?
Yeah, we actually have 2 passes for our upcoming golf tournament for my job to give away. They have zip lines across the Grand Canyon now at Grand Canyon West. And I'm sorry, you can't pay me enough to do that.
Well, wait, but maybe it's not the width of the Grand Canyon. Maybe it's just like over from one side on the west side to the other side on the west side, not across to the east side.
I think it's across.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's not like, there's a little ledge, and I'll just go over that. I think it's like you're going over a full canyon.
Jeez, dude. Yeah. But there's a lot of people listening right now that love that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so,
well, good for them.
Be my guest. Go for it, man. Go for it.
I am with you. I don't like heights.
I don't need to do that. And we didn't do that. Like, I walked around, saw the pictures. It was pretty, because you're above all these buildings. We stood by a window that kind of overlooked one of these ledges, and people standing. I mean, this Asian guy had his kid. They were bouncing up and down on the stupid glass. I went, oh fuck, no.
I'll tell you what, man. On those adventures like that, as long as you're wearing your Crespos from CresposOfficial.com, you'll never lose your glasses, whether you're on top of the Willis Tower or ziplining across the south rim of the Grand Canyon, north rim of the Grand Canyon, whatever rim of the Grand Canyon that is. Is that the north rim or the east rim or the west rim?
It's the west rim.
The west rim. So just put your Crespos on, man. You can get them at CresposOfficial.com, CRESPOS official.com, and use the promo code Liquid Kernedge and get 20% off your first order.
That was perfect. I look forward to seeing some of the fancy places that we're going to get from our viewers, our listeners, at Liquid Kernedge on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or anything that gets given to our executive producer at Liquid_EP. Give us your best ideas because, we got to plan another weekend trip at some point.
We did get a request from our buddy Bruce up in Sac, the old Sac, to come up and see him at some point. So maybe we can make that our destination weekend one of these weekends.
Okay, let's do it.
And go see Bruce up in the old
I want
sack.
to see Old Sack, dude.
Old
We got to go
Sack.
see Old Sack.
I'll go do
Old
that.
Sack.
I'll go
That's
do that.
good.
All right,
buddy.
man. Well, why don't you take us out of here?
All right. Well, Scott, nice talking to you as always. The podcast was a lot of fun today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That was Scott. I'm Jason. And as always, if you never know quite what to say, just have yourself some Liquid Kernedge.